Listen, your brain is already a camera. You don't realize it. But you're constantly zooming in and zooming out. Problem is, you keep leaving the lens stuck. And when the lens sticks, life looks fucked. Think of it like Google Maps. Street view. You're staring at a single pothole. Raging like the whole city is collapsing. That's chunking down too far. But chunking down has its gifts. A chef chunks down when he tastes the sauce and says, needs a pinch more salt. A coder chunks down when she hunts a single misplaced semicolon. A musician chunks down when he bends just one note and makes the whole crowd cry. Science says your prefrontal cortex loves the detail mode. It's focus, precision, the scalpel instead of the sledgehammer. But stuck here, you drown in the details, resentments, nitpicking, catastrophizing. That's the karma of never zooming out. Now flip it, pull back, city view. That pothole is a dot, invisible. What matters is the traffic flow, the skyline, the direction. Chunking up gives you perspective. That fight with your partner, will it matter in 5 years? Probably not. Values. Ask, what's this really about? And suddenly a squabble about dirty dishes becomes about respect, care, love. Vision. Leaders chunk up. They don't just see trees, they see forests, ecosystems, climates. Neuroplasticity check. When you practice shifting scale, your brain literally rewires. Like weights at the gym. Except you're flexing your perspective muscles. That's why it feels awkward at first. Because you're growing new circuitry. Get stuck, zoomed in. You become the anxious micromanager, obsessing over burnt toast like it's death of bread. Get stuck, zoomed out. You become the cosmic daydreamer, floating off with visions, but never washing the dishes. Balance is power. Zoom in to act, zoom out to choose. The lumberjack, who only stared at one tree, he chopped himself in circles until he starved. The sage zoomed out, saw the forest path, and made it home. The kid building Lego castles zoomed in. He's fixing a brick. Zoomed out, he realizes he's building a whole kingdom. Same bricks, different meaning. Relationships zoomed in. You think your partner always leaves socks on the floor. Zoomed out. You see, they've been showing up for you for 10 years. Which lens you choose literally changes the love story. So why do you resist doing this? Fear. If you chunk up, you risk seeing how small your dramas are. And that can sting your ego. If you chunk down, you risk discovering the flaws you've been avoiding. And you're scared people will think you're naive, zoomed out, or obsessive, zoomed in. But here's the kicker. Confusion is the doorway. When you scramble someone's usual scale, when you twist their funhouse mirror, they get lost for a moment. That's when the brain opens, ready to lead to change. Erickson called it therapeutic double take. It's science. Confusion destabilizes rigid neural patterns, makes them malleable. The patterns that keep you stuck, always zooming in, nitpicking, catastrophizing, replaying one mistake forever. Always zooming out, spiritual bypassing. Everything happens for a reason, while ignoring your unpaid bills. Oscillating without awareness, zooming in when it's safe, zooming out when it's uncomfortable. And right now, as you hear this, notice how you already chunk down when you cook, when you fix, when you learn. How you already chunk up when you forgive, when you plan, when you dream. And you can begin to imagine doing both on purpose, switching lenses like a Jedi, flicking his lightsaber. If you don't do this, life feels like drowning in detail or floating in illusions. Death by overwhelm or death by drift. If you do this, conversations bend like clay. You stop fighting over socks. You steer your career by values, not potholes. And you become the architect of your own fucking reality. Chunking is perspective control. Chunk down, detail. Chunk up, direction. Balance both, mastery. And the real punchline, you've already been doing this since you were 5. You just forgot you had your hand on the zoom lens. So now do it consciously, do it playfully, do it often. One reframe today rewires a decade tomorrow. And the unconscious, you feel it. It's already chosen to start.